So, good day, everyone. Now I'm going to report the river design structure. River design structures is this structure is a important roles to control water utilization and environmental conservation. So this structure is basically placed in a river or canals to control water levels and flows, facilitate the obstruction of water, maintain navigation, control flooding, measure the discharge. So, what are the structures? So, gate control structure used to control water levels in rivers, sluice or canal for water flow management, flood control and navigation. So, yung makita nyo po sa picture, yan po yung yan po yung radial gate or tenter gates. The most common type of spillway gate we use today. Vertically hinged meter gate. Meter gate has been widely used in hydraulic engineering as control device for several types of blocks. This is operated by either water pressure as a non-return gate. So next is vertically lift gates. Require a gantry structure to lift them free from water. So yun po yung makita nyo po dyan. So what is specific design consideration? So purpose, navigation waterways, score, ease of maintenance, failure to operate, aesthetic and architectural issues, and ecological. So next is weirs. A weir or low head dam is a barrier across the width of a river that alters the flow characteristic of water or usually results in change in the height of the river level. So ito yun, yung mga types of weirs, contracted, rectangular, suppressed, rectangular, sipulity, contracted triangular or V-notch. So what specific consideration for this? Material use, effects on ecology, potential for disposition upstreams, potential for score of bed and banks downstream, foundation, river or canal user. Another structure is drop structure. The drop structure are usually not built for water impoundment, diversion or raising the water level, mostly built on water courses with steep gradients, yung may slope. Under the structure, local materials. Shown is a log drop structure but can be various construction material or method. So yun yung makita yun, made of wood. Buffel rock block. The buffel block is usually concrete constructed in a channel or stealing basin to dissipate the energy of water flowing at a high velocity. Yun makita niyo po sa picture, yan po yung buffel block. So buffel piers, meron siya para makontrol niya yung flow ng water. Buffel rock. Buffel rock is a small rock just visible at the surface at a high tide, lying at the center of the deep waters. Yun, mga normal nyo itong makikita natin din sa mga sa ilog. May ganyan. Well, specific design consideration, material use, effects on ecology, potential for score of bed and banks, river users, and migratory fish. Siyempre, importante yun. Yung migratory fish para hindi sila Next is bridges. A structure carrying a road path, railroad or canal across the river, ravine road, railroad or other obstacle. So, a specific design consideration of lang. So you have to consider the flow of water or something. Pier design, navigation, obstruction of the floodplain by approaching embankments. So next is culverts. This is channel that allow water flows under the railroad trail or similar obstruction from the other side to the other, from one side to the other. Um, Typically embedded so as to be surrounded by soil. A culvert may be made from pipe or reinforced concrete or other material. So types of culverts: round culvert, ito yung circular pipes, functions at storing consistent flows. Elliptical and box culvert. Specific design consideration: hydraulic design, sediment load, trash and debris inflow, inlet and outlet details, effects on ecology. So next is flumes. A human man-made channel for water in the form of an open decline gravity through whose walls are raised above the surrounding terrain, in contrast to a trench or ditch. So, type of flumes: rectangular and U-throat. Standard design with published discharge coefficient. Yun makita po nyo sa picture. Trapezoidal. Designed for use in irrigation application, this plume has advantage of accurate flow of measure. So, what is specific design consideration for this? Material, score of all types can be associated with what kind of this kind of structure. Truss loads. Next is siphones. Instrument usually in the form of a tube bent to form two legs of equal length for conveying liquid over the edge of the vessel and delivering it to the lower level. So, nakikita natin to sa planta yung mga sa planta. Ayan, yung nakita niyo po sa picture. Gaya na. Inverted siphon. Used to carry sewage or storm water under stream, highway cuts, or other depression in the ground. Ayan. Specific design consideration: sediment load, trash load, inlet and outlet details, sediment trap upstream of entrance, ecology. So next is outfalls. Outfalls is the discharge of waste stream into a body of water. Most common outfalls requires core protection, but hard protection of creation of problem that can solve. So yun, may nakita niyo po dyan sa picture. Access restriction. Larger outfalls require access restriction. This must be both ends to ensure people are entirely excluded. Flapgate. Flapgate gate hinge at the top and opening one way and only and place in a channel that closes automatically on reversal of flow. So what are the specific design and considerations? Score protection, security screen to stop access into pipe, difference in water quality. Next is screen. Are commonly installed at culvert entrance to prevent an ingress of debris that might otherwise become lodged within the structure. So you have to put screen on a culvert to prevent floating debris or other rubbish or whatever. Then, but if they don't regularly remove it will eventually raise in upstream of water level and lead to local flooding. Specific design consideration. The need for a screen should always be questioned, as they are often themselves of a source of problems. The design must be based on assessment or of likely debris types and volumes. So hindi basta maglagay ng screen kung alam mo namang you know that there's a lot of rubbish or what other materials or debris. There must be safe access for cleaning and space for temporary storage of debris above flood level. So next is pumping station and intakes. Pumping station and intakes direct water from the source of supply such as reservoir or river. The pumping station conveyance system assure the transport of water from the main intake structure or main pumping station up to the field of ditch. It is very important to use this pumping station for if you have a certain if you have to plan irrigation for your certain farmland, you can use this kind of structure. So it requires power supply or grid. It requires grid connection, pump, open multiple pumps for redundancy and for continued operating during maintenance or breakdown. Truss screens specifications should meet environment agency standard. Score protection and peeling basin designed to protect against war, dissipate excess turbulent energy. Pump house should be sensitive to architectural character of area. So specific design consideration for this structure: maintenance of minimum water levels for intake. So you need to consider that to design a pump intake station. Range of pump capacity to cope with flow variability. Score and disposition due to changes in the river flow, intake water free from trash. Then ecology. So next structure is locks. Locks is a device used for raising and lowering boats, ships, and other watercraft between stretches of water of different levels on the river or canal waterways. So kita po dyan sa picture. Single lock with side weir. Specific consideration for this design is navigation, ecological, upstream and downstream water levels. Also foundation and operational requirements. Now, next is fish passes, also known as a fishway. Fish pass or fish steps in a structure on or around artificial and natural barriers to facilitate diadromous fishes, natural migration as well as movement of ramadan species. So this is very important to consider because yung mga isda para makatawid pa rin sila kahit may na structure na built sa river, makatawid pa rin sila sa yun. A specific design consideration for the structure. So basically fish geometry, water levels and flows, expected previous experiences of passes, yeah. And provision of tapping and or monitoring arraignment. So that's all, guys. Thank you.